Financial investment in human capital development will go a long way in reshaping the aviation industry, and this is coming from the rector of the Nigerian College of Aviation Technology in Zaria.
People seem to think that flying or being a pilot is the only way of joining aviation, but there are equally important sections like aircraft maintenance engineers who have to fix and maintain the aircraft before the pilot can fly it. And then you have air traffic controllers who will control the pilots. And then you have the aeronautical telecommunication engineers who maintain the navigational aids, the runway lighting and stuff. And then we have the management personnel. So there is a lot that one can do in the aviation industry. And INCAT is poised, to meet these manpower needs. The new trend now is that most of these young men, when they go to the university or aerospace university, those that don't have the degree, you find that as soon as they get the pilot license, they enroll and do a diploma in management. So they have some kind of training in management. ICAO, that's the International Civil Aviation Organization, has come up with a new program now called Next Generation of Aviation Professionals. This is to sensitize and encourage the youth to join the aviation industry. Some of the training needs are mainly from the regulators, from the industry. For instance, the air traffic controllers, so NAMA, that's the Airspace Management Agency, they are the ones who employ and train the air traffic controllers. The engineers, to a large extent, the airlines employ a few of them, but if we have a maintenance and repair organization, they will be employing a lot of engineers and they will be training a lot of engineers. So really, it all depends on how the industry is performing. Part of the curriculum for training of air traffic controllers is that we give them flight experience. We train them as pilots to a certain level so that they appreciate, what the pilot does. The industry is doing well. We've gone through, some rough patches, especially in this country. That is why a lot of the airlines are having it difficult to survive. Also, the recession has not helped much. But by God's grace, when things improve, I understand more airlines or more companies are applying for AOC to start airlines. And then when the national carrier is set up and up and running, is going to influence the aviation industry greatly. There will be a lot of employment and training opportunities in this country.
They are the voices of the safest airspace in the world. From the moment your airplane leaves the gate to the time that you arrive at your destination, hard-working individuals are watching over you. It has been called the most stressful job in the world, with no room for errors or slip of tongue, and a moment of forgetfulness could spell doom. They are air traffic controllers, and most cannot imagine doing anything else. In Nigeria, there are over 250 of them. They all fall in two distinct categories: terminal or en route controllers. Throughout your flight, it is not uncommon for pilots to make contact with several controllers. And when they are not manning their positions, there's room for conversation. Meet Catherine and Tayo.
It's a job that was highly intriguing. It's an area I knew nothing about. And then a funny twist. I didn't apply for the job. My husband did for me. He saw the advert and applied for me. And I got called up. And I've come to love it. It's a job I don't think I cannot live without doing it. It's something I love doing, and it has actually come into my daily life as a mom, because you multitask as a mom. So it was very easy for me to kind of fit into the regimented way of doing things. It's like a paramilitary. Everything has to be precise, on time, because you're taking decisions that saves lives.
Routine is highly important to what we do to the profession as an air traffic controller. In the sense, number one, IQ stipulates that for you to practice at a certain unit or a certain control position, you must have meet some certain requirements, both in terms of training, experience, and the other requirements. We have up to 6-7 ratings, but in Nigeria we have up to currently practice 5. We have the aerodrome rating, the approach rating, the approach surveillance, the area procedural, and the area surveillance, which we currently practice as air traffic controllers in Nigeria.
They describe their typical day as tasking.
So you come to work with a mindset that it's going to be a busy day. So from the time you get to work, you're kind of hitting the floor running. And it goes on like that till you're done for the shift, because we run shifts. So if you're on a morning shift, from 7 o'clock till 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So from the time you come in, that 6 hours, it's work, work, work. Definitely, it's a teamwork. It's not a work you do in isolation. You must talk with your colleagues. If you get to the tower, we have different positions. We have the active control. We have the ground frequency, where someone mans to give startup to the aircraft. So the person there has to communicate with you that so aircraft has been started. There's communication within us as the work goes.
In fact, most controllers, air traffic controllers, you realize that they're a bit impatient, because you multitask averagely on every day. You are required to, especially if you work in busy aerodromes, which I do, you are expected to listen, to transmit, to write, and do a lot of other things at the same time.
Catherine takes us through an air traffic chart.
So if you have an aircraft that is going to maybe Benin, you got the Alpha 609, now they have you from Benin before going to Port Harcourt, thereabout. So you must, okay, who goes further? Is it Benin or Port Harcourt? It's Port Harcourt, definitely. So what you do is you depart the aircraft going to Port Harcourt first, so that it keeps on flying and climbing. Why the one going to Benin is behind. Else, the one going to Port Harcourt, if it goes behind the one going to Benin, would have to descend to the level of the one going to Port Harcourt. And if it's not done at the right distances, there's an infringement, and the other aircraft will file a report.
While they're at it, the overall goal of controllers is to ensure that you get home safe.
There's more for you from the Paris Air Show as China debuts some of its military equipment. That's after the break. Do join us again.